I call to order the February 19th meeting of Committee of the Whole.
Camera is frozen.
3, Madam Mayor, just bear with us for a moment. It appears that we're experiencing some technical issues with the screen. Just one moment, please. Councillor Cohen, I think you're still in a different meeting.
No, I was there and it was frozen.
I know, we're showing 2 different. Madam Mayor, it appears that everything is sorted out. If you would like to start the meeting, I'm just gonna confirm if the stream is working. And I just got confirmation that their stream is working.
I call to order the February 19th meeting of Council. Are there any declarations of interest from members of Council? Seeing none, I will do our land acknowledgement statement. The town of East Gwillimbury recognizes and acknowledges the lands originally used and occupied by the First Peoples of the Williams Treaty, First Nations, and other Indigenous peoples. And on behalf of Council, I thank them for sharing this land. We also acknowledge the Chippewas of Georgina Island First Nation as East Gwillimbury's closest First Nation community and recognize the unique relationship the Chippewas have with the lands and the waters of this territory. They are the water protectors and environmental stewards of these lands, and we join them in these responsibilities. Item D on our agenda is a presentation. It gives me great pleasure. We are pleased to welcome Amelia Wilkinson and her family. Today we celebrate Amelia, who was part of the Team Canada, won the gold medal at the 2025 International Ice Hockey Federation Under 18 Women's World Championship held in Vata, Finland. Amelia, a resident of Holland Landing, first joined hockey with the EG Minor Hockey Association as a tyke at the age of 4. Wow, you've got a story to tell. She focused on her game on the position of goalie with the East Gwillimbury Eagles and excelled quickly, celebrating an undefeated season with the Tyke Select team in 2013. Amelia was a young 6 years of age. Amelia's had an incredible hockey career, receiving the Most Valuable Player Award, a silver medal at the championship game, a bronze medal at a provincial competition, and most recently the coveted gold medal for Team Canada at the 2025 International Ice Hockey Federation Under 18 Women's World Championship, where she played in the position of goalie. Amelia, on behalf of Council and our residents, I extend our congratulations to you and your team. We wish you continued success in your hockey career, which is continuing with the University of Connecticut Huskies for the 2026 season. A certificate has been previously presented. However, Amelia, you are welcome to share some words with us if you would like. Would you like to go to the microphone?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I just wanted to say, yeah, it was definitely the opportunity of a lifetime. There was memories made that will last forever. And my career did start here in East Gwillimbury, and I'm so happy to have everyone supporting me all the way up until this point in my career. And I can't wait to see what's next. It was just an honor to wear the maple leaf and represent my country.
Wow. Thank you so much. You're a very good speaker as well. You have the possibility of maybe being a mayor in the community. Good to have you with us. Don't feel like you need to stay. We are going to do some business as well, but if you would. Is dinner calling? Thank you so much, and congratulations.
Bye-bye.
Be it resolved that council recognize A. Wilkinson, goaltender for the Team Canada, gold medalist of 2025 International Ice Hockey Federation Under 18 Women's World Championship. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crone, Councillor Crothers. All those in favor? And that's carried. We have one deputation on behalf of Eye Candy Ads making a deputation to council regarding H.1 correspondence from M. Snapper dated February 7th, 2025 regarding the permissibility of digital billboards within East Gwillimbury. Welcome. Good to have you with us this evening.
Thank you, thank you.
I see your signs around
Yeah?
this.
Oh,
At a couple of places, yes.
so I guess they're working.
They're still working.
Perfect. Good afternoon, Madam Mayor, members of council and staff. My name is Mark Snapper, and I'm the owner of Eye Candy Ads. I'm here today to offer my expertise and insights as you consider the development of new bylaws related to digital billboard advertising and third-party advertising. Now, just so you know, I did practice this in the mirror a couple times, so it was just over 5 minutes, so I hope that's okay.
That's fine, thank you.
Perfect. So my presentation today is structured around 4 key areas. Next slide, please. So future bylaws. I'm here not just as a business owner, but a resource to support council in crafting effective and forward-thinking bylaws. My experience working with billboard bylaws in municipalities such as Georgina, King Township, Bradford, Oshawa, and even up in Sudbury has provided me with valuable insights into industry's best practice. I'm more than willing to collaborate with the bylaw department to ensure that EG's regulations are comprehensive, clear, and tailored to the community's needs. Notably, I work closely with William Wong, the chief building official in Bradford, in the successful development of their current third-party advertising bylaws. Next slide, please. Economic and community opportunity. As the saying goes, the times they are a-changin'. In light of potential 25% tariffs, a challenging real estate market, and the ongoing closure of businesses across the country, it is essential to act decisively to support local economic growth. Council has a unique opportunity to expedite the bylaw process, enabling local businesses and community organizations to access a powerful and immediate advertising tool. A precedent for such action exists in King Township, where no third-party billboard bylaws were initially in place. After presenting to council and working collaboratively with their team, a temporary trial permit was granted to my company, Eye Candy Ads. Next slide, please. 17 months later, being today, the township's bylaw supervisor has confirmed that a positive recommendation will be presented to council this April to approve a long-term minor variance for a digital billboard for third-party advertising to none other than Eye Candy Ads. This success demonstrates how a trial permit can provide tangible results and valuable community feedback without delay. The billboard in King Township now exclusively promotes local businesses contributing directly to economic activity. Next slide, please. Advancements in digital billboard technology. So the digital billboard industry has undergone significant advancements in the past 2 decades. Modern billboards are equipped with cellular-based technology similar to smartphones, enabling real-time monitoring and adjustment. Brightness levels, content updates, and light angles adjustments can be made and managed remotely, ensuring compliance with safety standards and minimalizing the potential and impact on nearby properties. Next slide, please. The concern that billboards distract drivers has repeatedly been disproven. Consider the 401, one of the busiest highways in the world, where digital billboards provide essential information without causing distractions. Next slide. The presence of multiple digital billboards along this corridor, particularly near Pearson Airport, serves as evidence of their safe and effective use in high-traffic environments. Next slide. The case for third-party digital billboard advertising. So restricting third-party billboard advertising limits the ability of local businesses, charities, and our own town of EG to thrive. In every municipality where I've received permits for digital billboards, demand has consistently outpaced available space. This demand underscores the value these billboards bring to local businesses seeking to connect with residences and visitors alike. With the fall of print advertising and the lack of users viewing EG's social media, I can assist in advertising local community events such as the farmers markets, the Easter Bunny Hike, and many more by working together. The success of the Hollyberries Artisan Christmas Show serves as a compelling example. Following my previous deputation, I was approached to help promote the event. I ran a complimentary campaign on our digital billboards in Georgina and Bradford, which organizers credited the significant increase in attendance. Unfortunately, I could not extend the same support within EG due to existing restrictions, a missed opportunity that I believe was for something in our community engagement. Next slide, please. Eye Candy Ads is also deeply committed to giving back. This year alone, we plan to expand our list of charitable contributions, building on donations such as $17,000 to the Bethesda Women's Shelter, $6,500 to Dreams and Wishes Children's Charity, and over $9,000 to United Way of Simcoe County, which we just did today. Next slide, please. I'm proud of the positive feedback we receive from municipal officers. For example, the manager of municipal law enforcement in Georgina shared, and I quote, "How lovely it is driving by your digital billboard on Woodbine Avenue. It is delightful to see which local businesses are featured and how creatively they utilize the digital ad space." Next slide. In conclusion, I strongly believe that digital billboards, when thoughtfully regulated, can serve as a catalyst for local economic growth, community engagement, and charitable support. The proposed location near the entrance of EG from Keswick represents a valuable opportunity to enhance local communication and support community development. As the song reminds us, the slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The order is rapidly fading, and the first one now will later be last, for the times they are a-changing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do you take questions if there are some?
Absolutely.
Other questions from members of council? Go ahead, please, Councillor.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, through you to our presenter. Appreciate the presentation. Do you have any, maybe this is premature, but do you have any people booked for, any businesses booked for your billboard, your digital billboard when it goes up?
Because I haven't received a permit yet, I don't want to get people excited for
Okay.
something that's not there yet.
All right, smart. And where do you source your, we had a discussion about this in an earlier meeting. Where do you source your billboards from?
All of my billboards are sourced, actually made in Mississauga. The company is based out of Oakville, and then their plant is within Mississauga. So fortunately, the company I use are all local within Ontario. I took it upon myself that I want to source everything as local as possible, not trying to bring things in from overseas. So the time it takes to manufacture these generally are a little bit longer. So that's why, the hope of trying to receive either a trial permit or something similar so that I can make the bookings for these and get the funding ready, because The board is an example, when you get off of the 404 at Woodbine, that one was around the $330,000 mark, and putting funding together and helping small businesses, the time it takes to try and recoup that kind of an investment is long. And I was very fortunate that the landlord that I currently have, they were willing to sign a long-term lease, and that's, you know, one of the things when you're helping small businesses, that you charge less, but you hope you have a long time to recoup that investment.
Well, thank you for buying Canadian.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Other questions? Go ahead, please.
Question for staff. Do we have any sort of bylaw that speaks to light pollution? I hear what you're saying about being able to adjust the lights and that, but I did have an inquiry from a resident about lights around a certain store in East Gwillimbury causing light pollution, and so I thought this was a good opportunity to ask what do we have on the books as far as light pollution goes?
Thank you, through Madam Mayor. I can attempt to answer that. Currently, we don't have a regulatory framework to indicate acceptable levels of light or when signage would be turned off or turned down, that type of thing. But the draft bylaw does have a proposed framework that considers not only sort of the timing and the intensity of lit digital signs, but also the location in the community, as, you know, for example, not being located in sort of key heritage areas, that type of thing. And it has been circulated internally to staff with a deadline for feedback internally of March 5th. And then the plan is to commence public consultation on the 12th of March. So that will have still a regulatory framework for consideration, but should council wish to move towards permitting digital signage, we needed to have the structure in place to be able to regulate how it's managed. So that will be coming forward shortly.
Thank you very much. And will it just talk about the digital signs, or will it talk about all signage?
Through you, Madam Mayor, it's a comprehensive bylaw that speaks to all signage, so it provides detail on fixed signage, signs that don't require permits, location of sign, all of those items.
Can I say something?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Through you, Madam Mayor. All my signs have something called a light meter on them. And what it is similar to when I was a child, or if any of you have childs, in the bathroom, you know, when you have a little night light and you turn the lights on, the night light will turn off. So all my boards have a similar kind of sensor, much more sophisticated, but it dills all of my boards as the sun goes down to less brightness than what a regular street light would be. So all of our boards are equipped with that. And if there are circumstances, which I've heard in Bradford, where I helped with the bylaws, there are some stores, some commercial units that do use digital billboards without brightness adjustment automatically. And those, I mean, I can see why people can be upset at them, especially late at night. Ours, I mean, I have one billboard in downtown Bradford on Holland Street, and it's at the Benjamin Moore, if anybody's passed by. Directly on top of the Benjamin Moore is a resident who works for the town of Bradford, and she wrote me a letter that said that she's never had any issue whatsoever with the board right outside of her window. So, of course, I always do recommend that there is some sort of a distance within residential to put these, and the location that I proposed doesn't face any residential at all.
Thank you. Other questions, comments? I'm not seeing any. Thank you so much for coming
Thank you.
out to meet with us tonight. Could I have a mover and a seconder? Thank you, Councillor Crone. Councillor Johns? Thank you very much. Be it resolved that the deputation by M. Snapper on behalf of Eye Candy Ads regarding Item H.1 Correspondence from M. Snapper dated January 7th, 2025 regarding the permissibility of digital billboards within East Gwillimbury be received. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you very much. Thank you for thinking of us, and we'll be in touch with you. Thank you. Okay. We are now at committee recommendations. We'll just take a moment here to make a change. To adopt the committee of the whole council recommendations from the meeting held on February the 4th. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor DeHay, Councillor Foster, all those in favor? And that's carried. Let me just move down here. We have adoptions of minutes. To adopt the committee of the whole council minutes from the meeting held on February 4th, 2025. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crone, Councillor Carruthers?
No, she can't.
Oh, I'm sorry. Councillor Roy DeClemente? Thank you. All those in favor? And that's carried. Item number 2 is to adopt the council minutes from the following meetings. Special meeting held on February 4th, 2025. Regular meeting held on February 4th, 2025. Moved by, could I have a mover and a seconder? Councillor Foster, Councillor Crone. All those in favor? And that's carried. We're at item H in our agenda, correspondence for consideration. Correspondence from M. Snapper dated February 7th, 2025, regarding the permissibility of digital billboards within East Gwillimbury. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crone, Councillor Carruthers. Be it resolved that the correspondence from M. Snapper dated February 7th, 2025, regarding the permissibility of digital billboards within East Gwillimbury be received.
Can I speak to this for a second?
Yes, you may speak to it. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Through you to staff, I know our original intention was to try and come up with a bylaw in Q2 of this year. What are the odds we could move it up a little sooner to assist our good friend here? Putting you on the spot.
Through you, Madam Mayor, given the circulation timelines and allowing for some robust public consultation, I think we'll be into Q2. As I mentioned, the draft bylaw has been crafted and has been circulated internally, and the target date for commencing public consultation is the 12th of March. So that's sort of getting us into Q2 before it would come before council with any feedback and recommendations.
Okay, thank you. That's very encouraging. I appreciate the update. Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Thank you. Any other comments or questions? I have a, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Through you, I'm looking forward to that consultation period. I know that it may not be a unanimous decision here at council, and I know that there will be members of the community who will want to engage and have questions about where and how and what. And so I think I'd rather take our time and get it right than to rush it for the sake of one or two individuals. I want to make sure that we do this properly. Thank you.
Okay.
Should it now be a good time to add the correspondence or wait till new business? Okay. So,
Okay. I have the motion here. All those in favor? And that's carried. Thank you very much.
add the correspondence.
There are no reports at this time. We are now at bylaws.
Madam Mayor,
Yes.
may I, we received some information today, and we're presented with the option as council with regard to waiving the regular procedure to consider adding a letter of correspondence from an individual in the community. And so I would like to put forward, along with my fellow councillor, Councillor Crone, would like to put forward a motion to waive the regular procedure so that we can discuss another piece of correspondence that we received.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk, are you okay to waive Do we need a vote on waiving procedure first?
Through Madam Mayor, yes. Councillor Leahy just indicated that they have presented, alongside Councillor Crone, they have presented a motion to waive the rules of procedure to consider a correspondence received by an individual regarding the Development Services Planning Branch Report DS 2025-02, which I believe was in relation to the McCowan Road application we were reviewing earlier in committee. So you would require a vote of council to allow for the waiving of the rules to happen first.
All in favor? That's carried.
Are you presenting?
Through you, Madam Mayor, yeah, I would just ask that Mr. Ross Ruddle's email that the clerk is in possession of, if we could just have it added to correspondence today. He had some concerns about the application. Timing was tight for him, so I think if we could accommodate, add it to the correspondence today so that we receive it, and he still has time before we do the full vote on this application at the next council meeting 2 weeks from now. He can do so and make a deputation at that point, but at least we can get the correspondence on record.
Through you, Madam Mayor, just bear with us for a moment as we pull the resolution on the screen. I believe Councillor Crone, you had moved it, and Councillor Leahy, you had indicated supporting that.
Yes, I'm happy to second that, to include it in the correspondence.
And I believe the intention is also to ensure that the agenda is amended to reflect. So it would be simply to receive and amend the agenda to reflect.
Yes, thank you very much.
Be it resolved that the correspondence from R. Rundle dated February 17th, 2025 regarding Development Services Planning Branch Report DS 2025-02 Zoning Bylaw Amendment Application Groundswell Urban Planners, Inc., 22314 McCowan Road, File ZBA 2102 be received. And I have a mover, Councillor Crone and Councillor Leahy. All those in favor? And that's carried. We are at reports, and there are no reports at this time. I'll move to bylaws. There are 3 bylaws. I'll read through each one of them. Bylaw 2025-010 being a bylaw to accept and assume public works and services within plan of subdivision 65M 4671 subdivision 19T 09003 Vellum and Dira Holding Corporation Phase 1. Bylaw 2025-011 being a bylaw to prohibit parking and through traffic on motorized traffic of motorized vehicles on Main Street in Mount Albert from Center Street to East and Victoria Street to the west from Friday, June the 6th, 2025 at 4 p.m. to Sunday, June 8th, 2025 at 6 p.m. for the purpose of holding the Mount Albert Sports Day and Spring Fair. Good to know that's coming. Bylaw 2025-012 being a bylaw to prohibit through traffic of motorized vehicles on Main Street, Center Street, Doane Road, and King Street in community of Mount Albert on Saturday, June 7th, 2025 from 7:30 a.m. to 10 a.m. for the purpose of holding the Mount Albert 5K Run Walk. And we are down to the next one. And it is, be it resolved that bylaws 2025-10, 2025-011, and 2025-12 be taken as read and acted and signed by the mayor and municipal clerk. I need a mover and a seconder, please. Councillor Foster, Councillor Leahy. All those in favor? And that's carried. And we have, under item K, there is no other business at this time. Item L is a confirming bylaw, and the confirming bylaw is before us. Could I have a mover and a seconder, please? Councillor Crothers, Councillor Councillor Johns, thank you. Be it resolved that the bylaw 2025-013, being a bylaw to confirm the proceedings of the council meeting held on February 19th, 2025, be taken and as read and acted and signed by the mayor and municipal clerk. All those in favor? And that's carried. And I need a adjournment mover and a seconder. Councillor Crone, thank you very much. Councillor Roy DeClemente. All those in favor? And that's carried, and that is at 6:30 p.m.